Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Valentine Jerry and I'm your guest today. So as today's topic goes, we're going to talk about mental health, and please leave a thumbs up, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and more. Please leave a comment down below and tell me what you want us to talk about in our next discussion, what we can say, and any other topic you want us to cover. So back to mental health. This is part 1. Stay tuned for part 2 and a few guests. So what is mental health? Let's say someone, according to any other person's, like a layman's theory, they'll say mental health is just being stable mentally or anything. But actually mental health covers like everything in our lives. Like you have to know your mental health so that you can just be yourself. Like you can just have an independent part of you. So what is mental health? Mental health it includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, how we feel, and how we act, determines how you handle stress and how you relate to others. So remember, mental health is important in every stage of life, including childhood, adolescence, let's say teenage, and also in adulthood. So meaning it comes way back from the childhood. So most of us have very difficult childhoods, others have a very fun adulthood, and a very fun childhood. We are all Africans, so we know what comes up with our childhood stages. So you just stay and then you just miss your childhood age and everything because of how fun it was and everything. But remember, mental health comes from that. So let's talk about our emotions during childhood. So some of us have had really tough parents, some of us have had soft parents, some of us have had parents who've gone to school, and yeah, so we all come from a very different background. But let's say the background is a very huge factor of you as a person, but mostly what you come to learn and how you come to understand things is also a very major part of your mental health. So let's cover one part of mental health. So let's talk about emotions. So the emotions of a person, they are very, very, very complex. Most of us have different ways of handling things. Most of us have different ways of meditating. Most of us have very different ways of just being yourself. And what actually covers everything, every single part of it, is understanding. You have to understand yourself. You have to understand what kind of person you are. So you have to understand that me, when I get through this, I get agitated. When I get through this, I get happy. Or when I get through this, I am sad. You also have to understand your love language, not only your love language, but your emotional language. So there are people who they just have to talk so that they can get out everything they have. Like they can let out their part of emotions. They could be happy and then they'll just be talking, cheerful. Or maybe that day you'll see them wake up and then they'll dress nicely and maybe put their makeups on and then maybe take a lot of pictures. That's a way of showing how happy they are. So There are others, when they're happy, they just like want to be on the phone, call up friends, do everything. So that's happy. And then there are others who, when they're happy, you won't actually know if they're happy or they're sad. Like they're just like that. So yeah, but they're all happy. It doesn't mean that they're not happy. Then there's a second part which goes to meditation. There are people, when they're meditating, they'll actually be in a very loud place. Like they'll meditate in their showers, they'll meditate when they're cooking, they'll meditate when they're cleaning, they'll meditate, they just want to be in a place where there's loud music. They want to watch a movie so that they can meditate. Yeah, so that's how they meditate. Then there are people, when they're meditating, they want a lot of silence. They want silence. They can be like they're doing something, but they want the whole environment to be silent. So that's how, when they're meditating. So that covers meditation. Then let's go to when they're sad. There are people who, when they're sad, they'll cry. There are people who, when they're sad, they just go numb. They won't talk. You won't even get a word from them. There are people who, when they're sad, that's when they start talking. Like they have to talk, so that everyone around can know, hey, I'm really sad, I'm really angry, something is really happening to me, I don't like it. So there are people who, when they're angry, that's how they when they're sad, that's how actually they let out things. So what happens with all of these people? The thing that happens with all of them is, you just have to understand the kind of person you are. Let's say you're a person who, when you're sad, you like talking, and then probably somebody you have at home, or maybe your mom, it doesn't mean because your mom does this, you also do the same thing. Remember, you guys are just born differently. And then mental health actually it contributes to so many factors. Their genes, their brain chemistry, so life experiences, trauma, abuse, family history. So most of us, it's a historical thing. Don't say that because my mom gets angry like this is how I normally get angry. Okay, you can pick it up, because that's what you've come up, your childhood has been used to. So when you get, that's how you just know, like this is how anger should be removed, or this is how sadness should be done, or this is how everything should be done. But actually, you don't really have to do all that. Most of us, including in our generation, most of us have gone to school, and school is a very, very, very beautiful thing happening in our lives. Like, you just let me just use Kiswahili, kuna tu kaujinga fulani kanatoleangwa. Like you just exposed, you're just a free person. Like you can understand, you're just a person who's, it's like you've been crafted, you've been modified, you've been done so many things. So school is a very important thing. So don't say that because you're angry, I normally shout, I normally do this. No, there's something called being modern, and then there's something called being civilized, and then there's something called just understanding. Like you're with someone maybe at home, could be your mom, could be your dad. They have their own issues, they have their own way of dealing with their own problems, and then you have your own way. So you have to understand yourself. You have to understand yourself. You have to understand that when I'm sad, okay, you have to understand when I'm sad, this is how I normally deal with my emotions. And the outcomes that comes from you dealing with the emotions like that. So just look around yourself. Look around yourself. And if you really want to know about your mental health, kindly start from your home. When I talk about home, I talk about from your relatives, because your relatives, okay, there's this thing that happens that relatives, they normally don't do this, or friends, they normally don't do this. Then start from your friends. If you're not comfortable with your relatives, then start from your friends. So go to your friends and then just unleash your form of sadness, and then listen to what they say. Listen when someone says, when you're sad, this is how we normally notice when you're sad. So understand yourself. And then one person says it, the second person says it, the third person says it. Take notes. Just take notes. And then when you're happy, listen to what they say. Like when you're happy, okay, they normally say, okay, umechangamka. That's the term they normally use. So okay, umechangamka. Listen to what they say. Listen to how they notice you when you're in a particular stage. When you're angry, how they notice you. And then sit down and understand yourself. The best part about mental health is meditation. Listen to what your brain says. Once you're done with your day, just go home. Don't go home, just switch on your TV, switch on your home theaters, or switch on everything at home. Go home, put your bag down. In that room of total silence, just put your bag down, and then remove your clothes, and then maybe lie in your seat or lie on your bed for a few minutes. And then after you've done that, kindly just listen to your mind, listen to your brain, listen to what it's saying, listen to how it's talking to you. Listen, okay, go through the whole day you've had in your mind by yourself. Just go through it. Just say, hey, today I woke up and I took my breakfast, and then I went, let's say, work. Then I went to work. So I met this particular person, we had this talk. Really review the whole day, review your conversations, review everything. Then if you're doing that and you have not, let's say, notes, don't say notes, just say you have an idea of how people have been saying that you handle things. So now have it with you. So have it in your head, and then review your day. So you're going to take notes of how this went wrong, how this went right, how this went things, and then you're going to understand yourself. You're going to understand how you do things. You're going to understand how you handle stress, how you handle your emotions. And I've said it affects how you think, you feel, and you act. So we're just talking about emotions. And in our emotions, we've covered sadness, laughter, happy, okay, let's say happy, sadness, happy, and every other thing. We've not covered it, love, because I feel like love is a very huge topic. So let's first of all cover what we have. Like, let's first of all cover those other things that lead to love, because you have to understand how you get sad, how you get happy, how you meditate, and how you just a person before you actually go to how you love a person. So I was saying, just sit down and review your day. Just take 15 minutes. It's actually advised that you have 15 minutes of yourself. Just listen to yourself for 15 minutes. Listen to your mind, listen to your heart. Just listen to how you've had your day. You see, just close your eyes. Put your, okay, you can be browsing, but that's also a distraction. Just put your hands like this, and then just lay there on the bed for a few minutes and actually meditate. You see, if actually your meditation time isn't immediately you go home, then you can go home, have a meal, take a shower, do everything, relax, be the person that you normally are, and then before you go to sleep, remember to meditate. Just go through your day. Just review everything that you've had through the day. Review all the emotions you've mixed through the day, especially if you've had a tough day at work. You have to do a review of yourself. You have to understand if actually the toughness came from you or it actually came from the environment around you. So how do you do that? You just don't wake up and say, I really had a tough day at work. No, just sit down and review so that you can know why was this day tough. Other days are normally happy, other days are normally like this, but why was this day tough? How did I wake up? Did I wake up sad? Did I wake up happy? Did I wake up motivated to go to work? Or did I even wake up motivated to go see my friends? Or did I just go see my friends because I was bored? Or did I just go take myself there? I don't know. Just do everything. Just review your day. Review everything that you've done throughout the day. Even when you're having your lunch, when you're having your meal, just review it. Then after you've done that, trust me, you're going to start understanding the person that you are. You're going to understand the inner person that you are, and you're going to understand your emotions. You're going to understand how you deal with people, how you relate with people at different stages, different levels of your emotions. When you're sad, when you're happy, you're going to understand. And especially, listen to what people say. Listen to what your friends tell you. Listen to what your parents tell you. Listen to what each and every person tells you. There are people who tell you, when you're angry, you do this, you do this. That's actually how they know when you're angry. Like, even you as a person, you normally read out the emotions of another person. You normally just notice this particular person is, you just look at them and then you're like, okay, this person today, I think he's sad. Or this person today, I think he's happy. Or this person today, I think is angry. Or this person today, hana moods too. So, you normally notice it. And then how comes you can notice another person and you think that the same person can't notice you? You think the same person is just telling you that no, the same way you notice them is the same way they notice you. So when you try and tell them something and then they are like, no, I normally don't do that, how does it feel? You actually saw it. You actually saw them being that person. So what? Mbona anasema ati, no, that's not how I am. Then listen to that person. Remember, we said today's topic is about each and every person who wants to learn about their mental health. Each and every person who wants to learn about becoming a better version of yourself. A person who wants to know about becoming a greater version of yourself. So when you come to this channel, please be you've made a choice. Who will make your decision in your heart and it's something you really want, then let it be like it's something that you've heard from people and everything, or maybe you're just trying to notice yourself. You're just trying to notice how you relate to others and you want to become better at it. You just don't want to have the kawaida versions of who you are and everything. You just want to become yourself. So let it be that you have actually made a choice. Okay, so stay tuned for our next topics, because the next topic we're going to talk about our psychological side of our mental health, before we actually go to the most important part that all of you, I know you're waiting for, is mapenzi. So see you guys, have a lovely time, and remember to leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a dislike, actually just leave a thumbs up, then comment down below on each and everything you want us to talk about, and also subscribe, and then tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay, no problem. Bye.